Hi, my name's John. If you're here watching my videos, tap the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. If you like my videos, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications for new videos. And at the end of the video, you can hit the icon in the center and also subscribe to my channel. Okay, it is, let me see here, July 15th, 2019, it's Monday. I'm here at the shop. Yes, I look like I haven't shaved in 5 days. That's because I haven't. I go to work tomorrow, so I'll be sure and be shaved tonight. I'm here at the shop working on the 72 Nova, and I found I had a problem getting the rear bumper off. One of the captured nuts on it, and it's done it to me before. I just realized when I got back under there, I had to take the bumper off one other time, and the captured nuts are broke, and the bolts broke, and all kinds of crap happened. So I'm gonna have to get new bumpers anyway, and the brackets for them also. But I've got one that just broke off on this side, and I'm gonna have to cut the other off because the captured nut in it broke, so I'm definitely gonna have to get that bracket. The other bracket on the passenger side is rusted to pieces, so I'm gonna have to replace that one, but amazingly both of the bolts that I had left in it came out, so I will be getting new brackets, new bumper bolts, new bumper for the rear and the front. And what else? So far that's it, but actually the bad thing is I'm gonna have to take a torch to it. Something I didn't want to do. Maybe I could have saved the outside bolts on the bumper, the chrome bolts, or the cap bolts, whatever you want to call them, that show the chrome on the bumper. But anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to cut them off. And I can't get to them from the inside, so I'm gonna have to do it from the outside. And you know, there you go. That's the only way I know to get this bumper off right now. So I've got to do it, and I'll show you when I get done. All right. Okay, I got the bumper cut off. There's the piece with the captured nut that was they welded them to the back, was broke loose. That other captured nut that's still in it, I couldn't get out the first time I took the bumper off 30 years ago, so I sure shit wasn't getting it out this time, especially without a head on it. So, and then one on that side, I actually broke the bolt, so you know there's another captured nut stuck in there with a bolt head in, or bolt threads in it. So I'm just looking at replacing those, and looking at replacing the one in the bumper itself. So anyway, I'm gonna sit y'all down over here and let y'all see what I'm doing over here. Okay, that's as small as I can get the video, and still be close enough for you to see what's going on and hear me at this angle. The fan's on the other side, so I can't really put everything over there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fit this outer wheelhouse back on here, put the Cleco pin in it to hold it in place, and then I'm gonna take that lower rear quarter fender I've got here and kind of mock up some stuff to see how it's gonna fit in there. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna do this time. Hopefully I didn't move that too much, but if I did, I'm sorry. trying to get everything to fit like it's supposed to before I do a bunch of cutting that I don't really need. But like I said, there's a lot of this stuff not really going together like it should be. But anyway, that's that. I guess I'm gonna have to put you over here a little bit. Hopefully everything's still in the shot. My bottle's starting to fog up. It's humid here today, hot and humid. Trying to get everything see, that's all going to fit together just like it's supposed to. But I got to get rid of this piece first because I'm literally pushing that in really hard. I don't know why there's so much difference between here and here. But anyway, I'm going to cut this right in here somewhere. I've got to actually keep it above the actually I don't have to. I just need to keep it above where I'm going to have to work here. That way I can, you know, reach in there and weld on it and not have to worry too much about this mess. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right across here as straight as I possibly can, and then get it all taken off of there and put my other piece behind it, because what I'm probably going to end up doing is cutting it right off of the trunk extension where it's bad, and then cutting my piece off the trunk extension that I don't need, placing that on there, tacking it on there, and covering it all up, and then put this on there, get it all fit together is what I got to do. I got to get it all fit together. So, you know, I'll put my piece on the trunk extension, I'll drill it and put my Cleco pins in there all the way back. Then I can mount this to that with Cleco pins or Cleco clamps. And I've got to get all this mess cut off and see how bad I'm going to have to work on that, because I think the piece in between the trunk extension and the rear part of the fender is also rusted out, but I won't know till I get to it. So, you know, I don't exactly know what I'm going to have to do to it. So, anyway, let me get things gathered up, get a drink of water, and take a bit of a break, and I'll be right back. If you notice on this piece right here, I've marked it all the way down where that body line is, and I went up 2 inches, two widths of tape, and I cut it off. That'll keep me far enough away from that seam where I don't, you know, I can still weld it, but I'm not going to get a lot of warpage from being too far, but keeps me close enough to that seam, I'm sorry, to eliminate a lot of the warpage. Now I've marked this part. I've fit that piece up there pretty much where it's supposed to be, and that's another reason I got the 2 inches on there from that body line, so I can have enough room just in case I messed up. I can move it down or up or whatever I need to do, and I'm not really getting into my marker light. So that's what I've got right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out right below this. I'm going to tape it below it, that way I have my line or my my shoulder below it to flange. And I should have cleaned all this off, but that's okay. I didn't. I don't think, there might be a little bit of fiberglass up there, but there ain't a lot. And what I'll do is I'll cut it that inch below that, and I've still got a shoulder. If it moves up, it moves up. I can trim this a little bit and go on with everything. But you know, I got to get this bottom piece off before I can get that piece to fit good. So I'm going to turn the camera off because, you know, I've tried editing this stuff, you know, where it's fast forward and it still makes a lot of racket, and it's hard to edit the stuff, and I'm just not going to do it anymore. So everybody knows what it looks like when you cut something. Everybody has the general idea how to do it, so I'm just going to do this right here, and then I'll come back when I get done. That piece cut out. Now I got to come in here and cut this piece out along where I'm going to work on it, because all this rust down here is pitted all the way through. So what I'm going to end up doing is probably cutting this all the way across, you know, right in here somewhere, and then leaving this back here, because I'm going to have to grind that all out to be able to get it out without messing anything else up. And then I'll cut my piece a little taller than that, and then I'll just weld it directly to that without making any changes. I'll just clamp it to it and weld it to it and do what I got to do to make it work. But I will be getting rid of all the rust I can in order to not promote new rust. Okay, so bear with me while I cut this out. I'll be right back. Okay, give you a quick idea how all this is going to go together. This is the bottom piece that I cut on. It's got the trunk extension behind it. Okay, and then I've got the fender right here. It's actually stuck behind this for right now, but it doesn't have this body line proper in it, so I'm going to cut it off right below this line and flange it up to where it starts curving here, right? And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to come up to here, up to this line, and butt weld that in. Okay, and then that's how that piece fits up there, all the way across to there, come down to here. And this piece actually does fit up in here. It's just that I've got it wedged in there right now. The clamp's holding it kind of funny. It does go up in there though, but that's the way that whole thing's gonna fit. I don't know, my picture kind of sucks right now because I'm real close and I don't know. Yeah, you can't make it bigger or smaller in video, so that's what you're looking at. And after I got all that extra crap, or most of that extra crap cut out, everything lined up pretty good. Now I can't put the piece that I cut out right here in there yet, because I didn't have all this other stuff, you know, ready for it yet. So it's still got, you know, see, you can see right there that's still loose because that's still not fit in there right. I don't have all the crap cut out of it. I'm gonna have to cut this up to the top of this line and take the rest of that out. I'm gonna have to trim the back of this panel off because it's actually too long in that area to fit in that inside that flange. So I'm gonna have to trim a little bit off the end and trim a little bit off that pinch weld to make all that fit. So that's what I got today, and that's where I'm gonna leave it for right now. And I don't know when I will get back here to work on it again, but it is 4:15 in the afternoon and I've got to go home and cook some steaks for the family. This will wait till then. So until I get back, that's what you're looking at. Okay? We'll see y'all guys later.